Hey folks, Rob, Feedbackwrench. I'm going to walk you through our pricing and our setup of our more enhanced website. So just so you know, if you scroll up, I'm on my pricing page, and on pricing, we're going to come down and look at our $11,500 setup. And what this is it is our enhanced website with deep SEO. And if you come up to the video here and watch the $7,500 walkthrough, you will see this. Now I'm going to focus on what's the big difference in our $11,500 setup. Now we're a little bit different. Notice how I'm showing you my pricing. And that's because we're super busy. I want to be really clear. And when you work with us, you're going to see that we treat you with dignity, respect. We do branding and websites, lead gen and SEO. We do local video. And I'm going to show you what this looks like. This one's a little bit more in depth. So essentially what you're going to get in the $11,500, or I add $500 onto it and we can do 6 monthly installments. That's just meant to help small businesses. We understand cash flow gets difficult sometimes. The way we do it is just through Honeybook. We don't put it on credit cards or anything like that. And we want to help more small businesses. So we do have a monthly. Our process will take between 60 and 120 days. Sometimes we can whip something together really fast, but we're busy. We have a great team. We have lots of folks choosing us. Go check out our sites. Go to our work. Look at our 103 5-star reviews. We just got our first 3-star review. Still really proud of that work. I wish we could have delivered above expectation on that one. But as you come through, here's what's going to be different. So you get everything from our enhanced website. Okay. So everything that you see, which is our more in-depth complete website, and it's everything that's in here. Branding, we do the whole website. We do all the writing. We do everything. But then here's the big difference. And I try to reiterate this over and over. So if it's beating a dead horse, I'm sorry. It's because I want it to be clear. So number one, we're going to set up your ads and your remarketing. Now, when I do this, we're really trying to set it up according to our most important. So paid search ads with remarketing, lead magnets with nurturing, remarketing, content marketing, social media. We end up working from that framework to set these ads up. So what we do is we set up your ads. We'll set up your remarketing ads. We actually write the ads. We do everything that's needed, and we manage them for 90 days once they go live. So it takes us 60 to 120 days to set up the website, and then we will set up and drive leads for you using Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok if you want to, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google Display. We're going to tap into these things. So outside of the initial setup, all of your spend will go to advertising. So in this setup, we're going to manage it for 90 days. There's no monthly fee for us to manage it after that. You will hook up and pay between, $10 a day and $120 or $200 a day, depending on your advertising needs, to Google, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever it is. We will handle the strategic planning, the writing, the messaging, the graphical design, and the implementation for the ads that we think and that we collaborate with you to drive leads. When someone searches, when somebody's looking, we're going to make sure that you take that and take market share. We're going to set up what we call our advanced machine learning setup. What this means is we're going to set up your conversion actions and your audiences for remarketing. And what that allows us to do is to tap into the machine learning ads in Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And what that'll do is over time, your ads will get much smarter, and we can do these cost per acquisition goals. It's primarily important in Google and LinkedIn, and Facebook has its place too, but we will create these remarketing ads. And if you didn't know, a remarketing ad is when somebody, if I search accountants near me and I pop on your website, I see your website, then in Facebook and in YouTube, we will make an audience of those people, and we can persistently keep ads in front of that small group of people. And so that's like, if I see your website now, I don't make any decision. And then I go upstairs and I pull up Facebook and boom, you're right there. And then tonight when I sit on my smart TV and I turn on YouTube, boom, you would be right there. That's called retargeting or remarketing. And what that does is it just stays in front of people and keeps you front of mind so they come back to you. Because most sales don't happen right away. Most sales for the type of services that we do, remodeling, accounting, home services, they take a while. Like people don't generally just call right away. So we have to persistently stay in front of them. Some of them, like we do seal coat lead generation. We do have a ton of businesses where it is more transactional, but generally speaking, remarketing is incredibly important. We will set up your Google ads for you. We will build 4 core search ads that drive leads. We will drive Facebook ads, set up 4 Facebook and Instagram. Those are interchangeable. Instagram and Facebook, they end up being the same thing. We will set up and implement a YouTube ad if that's appropriate. And that can be a bumper ad that just shows up in between videos, or it can actually show up in the search results. We will set up LinkedIn ads. Then what I will do is I will manage these ads for 90 days. Advertising misbehaves. You got to kind of come in and they're like naughty children. You have to keep them behaving. So we will manage that. We will make sure that they are not having big mistakes. Keywords find their way into the search campaigns. You might see where a Facebook post it takes one video and just out of the 4 ads we create, maybe it takes one of those videos and just decides that's the one that it should be shown. It's like, well, I don't know that I wanted it to be 100-to-1 videos to the other 4. So maybe we need to pause that and even that out. So we manage them, we keep them going, and we will just report monthly on you. We're not going to spend a ton of time in it. But for 90 days, I'm going to make sure that they're running well. And it's me that does it. So my team helps support with writing and design and a bunch of other things. This is all done. We do an enhanced setup of the retargeting and conversion actions. And again, this is done to the degree that the big dogs do it. It's quite a bit different than the rest. You own the setup forever. We don't nuke the account if you lead us. We have a mantra where we want to end well. If you work with us, I'm going to make sure that everything gets handed off to you, that you loved working with us, and that you would want to leave us a 5-star review. And one of the things that you should ask your other marketing, if you're looking at other marketers, is not only do you just absolutely execute and get the whole thing done and set up ads that actually generate leads and actually close sales, but what happens if you decide not to be part of their $5,500 retainer? What happens if you don't want to be on a retainer relationship with them? Usually what they do, and this is true of most, like 95%, they shut you off. They take all their Google Tag Manager. They take the analytics and they say, this was part of our agreement. Not so with us. With Feedbackwrench, we give it all to you. We want this to be a win. In fact, most of our setups we found, I would prefer to do a really nice, great setup, make sure it's running well. And then for the most part, have you invest in the advertising that you need. What we will do ongoing for people is we can do video. We will do SEO content writing, which is huge. And we will do SEO for you, but that's $2,500 a month for us to do that. It's more in depth. It's hard. We also serve as kind of an outsourced team to keep your website up to date. We'll hit on that later. But when it comes to our setups, you're going to own everything. We hand it over to you really well. But really, we want to make it easy for you to update. And just so you know, websites and ads, these are kind of like Photoshop files. The average business owner, if I just handed you a complex Photoshop file with 25 different layers in there, if you took that and tried to change it, you just break it. And that's true with most things. Now, what we build is usually really easy to update, but for the most part, our clients are also coming to us so that we can help them. And but that's not always necessary. With the ads, you're going to have to spend at minimum $10 per day. So at least $300 a month. And that, depending on how broad the area is, how competitive your sector is and your item is, and how many players there are in that region, will drive the bids up and down. All marketing is done by an auction that happens instantaneous. So what you do need to know is it's very common. The average necessary spend for an accounting firm or a website, even for us, I have to spend somewhere in the $120 to $220 a day to drive any leads, and it can be worth it. But for most businesses, what I find is somewhere between $50 and $200 a day ends up driving a lot of leads. And this is the bottom line. This ends up intersecting with people right when they need a solution. It's not for everybody. Not every business should do a ton of advertising. That's why this is an add-on. If you wanted to with this package, we do sell it on its own. So if you just need advertising set up, that's $3,500. But this package just generally is us not only doing a fantastic website, branding, logos, and the whole thing, and just making sure your site looks fantastic, but we're going to set up your advertising for you. So hopefully that helps you understand, again, 60 to 120 days, depending on what happens, and we will help you drive sales. We'd be honored to connect. It's an honor that you would watch this video. I take that pretty serious. And good luck. God bless. Book a consultation. We'll put our hat on and find out, if I were you, or if we were your marketing team and building for you, what would I do to drive sales? And I think you'll be blown away by every interaction with our team. So good luck and God bless.